Okay, so this one might require a bit of a backstory. Now, some of you might remember a while ago I did a Let's Try of the Manaphy game, which is just a silly game I made a long time ago in Game Maker. It's a thing. You play as Manaphy, and you shoot things, because that's what Manaphy does, apparently. Anyway, backstory over. I did a Let's Try of that if you want to watch it. This entire game, you could just skip to the end, though, because that's an option. But, 9th grade, which was like 3 years ago, we read the Odyssey, of course, and our teacher gave us a project. The outline of which was basically do something relating to the Odyssey. As long as it was creative or something, she didn't really care what it was. My partner and I, we did a video mashup of clips from the Odyssey movie with stupid songs, and it was a thing. Yeah, it was cool. But Gonzalez, who you probably know from the PAX videos, wanted to be clever and make a game based on the story of the Odyssey. But of course he's never made a game before, and he knew I made the Manaphy game, so he asked for my advice. I'm just sitting here pressing and holding space, not moving. This is gonna crash when I win, because the video's not loaded, I think. I don't know. If it doesn't crash, I'll have to close it because it's copyrighted music. But anyway, yeah, he wanted advice for that, so I figured, yeah, I'll help him. So I invite him over, we open up Game Maker, I start teaching him how to code in Game Maker and how to make a game of his own. So, then what he decides to do is, rather than make a game of his own, he takes the Manaphy game, he swaps out the sprites, and he calls it the Odyssey game. So, it's pretty awful, actually. Manaphy game's cool. Oh, it actually does play. Sandstorm, anyway. I like how you close the window and it just closes the video, it doesn't actually close. Oh. So anyway, yeah, he does that, and he makes this. So we're gonna play it, just to show how magical it is, and afterwards we'll look at the source code, because the source code is just as magical. So, the Odyssey. The rules. I love the spacing there. Use the arrow keys to move and spacebar to shoot. When all enemies have been destroyed, move to the far right of the room. At least it has more instruction than the Manaphy game does. And by the way, I'm just recording this with Xsplit instead of anything. I'm not even using Audition to do the audio. I'm just doing this straight because I don't want to put effort into this. It doesn't deserve effort. Anyway, every 1 or 2 rooms you will be asked a yes or no question. If you answer it correctly, you get plus 10 health. But if you get it wrong, you will lose 10 health. Fair enough? You are the mighty hero Odysseus. You and your shipmates have begun your journey home from the fall of Troy. Your journey hasn't gone very well so far. You soon find the island of the Lotus people. While looking for where, your crew finds the island filled with lots flower. 2 of your crew eat them, and you soon find out the curse that comes with their delicious taste. So, first screen of the game. This is the first screen of the game. You have Odysseus there, who can move around the screen. It's a lovely sprite. His feet are chopped off, and as you'll see on the next screen, it's not. There's a white border. Anyway, a few things you'll notice. The background music is from the Manaphy game. The score bar there is from Jodo Ken's version of the Manaphy game with the multiplier system and all that nonsense. And these are our first enemies, the flowers, which you see if you run into, they hurt you. So naturally, Odysseus shoots his sword to destroy the flowers. But you don't actually have to destroy the flowers, of course. You can just destroy enough to get to the edge of the screen, or just go around them. Anyway, after retrieving your shipmates, you leave the island. Soon your crew grows hungry, and they are forced to stop at an island home to many sheep. Home to many sheep. There's a cave that seems to be inhabited. Too bad it's home to the Cyclops Polyhemus, where you become the food. So here's our first boss battle against the Cyclops. And you see, just like in the book, he chucks an infinite number of wooden stakes, just haphazardly, into the Cyclops while sitting in place, mostly. While the Cyclops, wiggles about the room while chucking an infinite number of rocks back at Odysseus. And he is dead, and I just hit the mic. The mic quality's not that great anyway, because Xsplit doesn't do that. So you see there's a lovely rock cave background that he didn't draw. And here's our first yes or no question. See if you can figure it out. Yes or no, Polyhemus's brethren came to help after he is hurt. I'm going to guess no. He considers that wrong, even though they didn't come to help, because he said nobody hurt me. Anyway, you'll see that Odysseus has been replaced by a ship. And there are rocks. So naturally you can shoot a cannonball to destroy the rocks, which take 5 hits. But of course they're just rocks, so you can go around them. Can't go around them. You have to destroy all of the rocks. They don't shoot back. They're rocks. They take 5 hits. So, you do this. You do a bit of rock cleaning. And your multiplier goes up because of Jodoken's silly system. Oh, you can't progress, actually. Can't progress. You can't progress. I'm gonna take a gander at the source code here, off screen, and see if that's supposed to happen. Okay. That is not supposed to happen. So, let's just use the same cheat from the Manaphy game to, jump ahead a bit and see what happens at the end here, because I don't remember, honestly. You notice my multiplier is now stupidly high, so my score is stupidly high as well. I see. So, I guess we'll have to be editing the source code to see what's on the last few screens. I actually got this from my email. I didn't have it saved. I couldn't be bothered to look for it on the laptop, the full version, so I just downloaded the one from the email where he told me to fix all of the bugs in it. So I guess that's what we're doing now. So I imported it into GameMaker Studio, which isn't entirely compatible with GameMaker, but it's enough to look at the source code. We'll edit it in GameMaker later. I wanted to avoid that for reasons you'll see. But anyway, let's take a look at this. So this is Manaphy, the sprite Manaphy. This is Bubble. You see, there's Sprite 21, Boulder. That's properly named. This is Sprite 3, Mantike, Sprite 6, Sprite 7. Why is this not full screen? I don't. Oh Jesus. Star, you'll notice none of these are actually in this game. Sprite 9, 10, 11. See, most of these file names are from the Manaphy game. There's Gyarados, or Gyarados. Wow, I didn't know how to spell Gyarados. I'm ashamed of me. There is Sprite 19, who I guess we never got to. There's Sprite 23, we also never got to. There's Sprite 18, which is also Gyarados, and Sprite 17, which is also Gyarados, and Dragon, which isn't in this game, and Bomb, which isn't in this game. You notice I made all the origins in the center, which is weird. So here's the sound effects. Oh. That's not what I was expecting that to be. I mean, I could have read the file name, but that's not what I was expecting that to be. Okay. And this is the final boss music. You notice Game Maker Studio doesn't have the same MIDI preferences that the old Game Makers had, so you can't change the echoiness of it. And we have ho ha 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 ha. Just audio.wma, of course. Yeah, that loops. What is this? Right there. Oh, that's loud. It's the actual background music. And that's... I guess we were going to use that for the credits, but we never did. There's only 3 sound effects in the Manaphy game that are actually used. So here's Gonzalez's backgrounds. We have the cave. You've seen these. This you never got to. You'll notice it's quite a bit smaller than the cave. Here's the ocean, which is quite a bit larger. Here's lava, which is smaller again. This isn't even the right proportions. Remotely. So I taught him how paths work. And, oh, did he draw any paths of himself? These are all the paths from the Manaphy game. I thought he drew a bunch of really awful paths for himself. But I guess not. Ah, no, that's Gyarados. That I think he drew. Which is wonderful. So, scripts, of course, with any game, most of its content is going to be in the scripts. So you see in this lovely Game Maker game, there's one line of actual written code. And a font. Font 0, which is Arial. Jodoken added that. And here we come to our objects. We have Manaphy. We'll just run through them and we'll see what they do. We have Manaphy, Odysseus, Telemachus, okay. Bloody Smackdown, Ship, OS Ship, Molly O, Object 41, Bubble, Object 3, Belle Border, which is from the Manaphy game, Ghost, Polyhemus, Helios, and the Sirens. So let's see the rooms we didn't get to. The first room is, of course, naturally, room 22, which you see is a white rectangle. Then comes room 23, the logical progression from 22 is 23, which doesn't actually have anything on it. Did he actually generate those with his little controller object there? If so, I would be mightily impressed with him. Objects. There's no objects on this screen. That's interesting. There's 3 background layers, apparently. Jesus, what is Game Maker Studio? Why is this? Anyway, room 0. Yeah, it looks like all of his objects are, like, controlled with code? Or maybe they're just not rendering properly in Game Maker Studio. I don't know. I'll have to check Real Game Maker. Well, I use the term real loosely. So you'll notice all the rooms are different sizes. Because the window resizes when you go from room to room. So after this comes this screen. And that seems to be the end of the game. Of course, the logical progressions of room is 22, 23, 0, 7, 1. That's how I count. But it never looks like he used like half of his backgrounds. Like this background he never used, at least. Half. That is half. So if I try to run it in GameMaker Studio, it's just gonna complain at me quite a bit. Actually, probably wouldn't be that hard to fix. Sprite name Manaphy is also an object name. It doesn't like that. So let's just get all Hungarian up in here. Meh. Okay. Sprite name Bubble is equal to an object name. Cool. I hope none of this is used in code, because I'm ruining everything now. Path name right bracket path 8 is invalid. Fair enough. Let's get this to run. Object name Manaphy is equal to sprite name. Yep. Object name Molly O is invalid. Fair enough. Molly O. Object name, it doesn't like spaces apparently. Fair enough. And Bloody Smackdown, surprisingly enough, is an invalid object name. So let's see if it runs now. If it even, it's converting all the audio files, saving the executable. Let's see if it runs in GameMaker Studio. It does not. It just complains about all the mismatched parentheses, and this is the one I had open earlier. You can see you can just keep pressing that and just keep doing that. So, you see most of this code is copied and pasted from the Manaphy game. I don't really want to call it code, it's just GameMaker's drag and drop nonsense. So you see, yeah, that's the Odyssey game. See, it has keypad 0 there, that cheat code. Pressing, wait, go to room undefined. Where is that room though? Like, that black room. Don't look at my... Oh jeez, what did you just see? Pretend you didn't see that, okay? I can't edit this video because I don't want to, so just pretend you didn't see that. What room is that though? There's no just black room in any of... I'm very confused, because I saved that executable from this GMK file. I'm gonna have to look at this in real GameMaker. In fact, I don't even care. I'm just gonna... So, jeez. So this version of GameMaker is, not the legalist in the world, which I think is immediately apparent. No. Recent files. The Odyssey. I have two versions of it, actually. I'll show you the other one in a bit, just because I enjoy torturing you. So, it runs, right? It does run. I don't even know if I want to look through this source code to try to make this work. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it runs. He runs very quickly. So, yeah, that always shows when you end that screen. Yeah, nothing happens here, and I have no idea what this room is. GameMaker. Oh, there's quite a few more objects and such showing here. That's interesting. GameMaker Studio being lame and hiding things from me. So this is the actual source code. You see, he put far more effort into it than he really should have. But I'm gonna guess it still doesn't work because I saved it from this. There's still just that one script, but there's quite a few more objects, including Helios, who has an option of 2 different paths. Variable Squirtle health. Definitely not from the Manaphy game. You see there's collision with Bubble. Monster E-Bubble. There's the enemy Bubble from the Manaphy game. Oh my god, it's HP. I actually made that name. Okay, there's two objects here, one of which is named Question 1. The other is named Question 1 for real. Okay, so this is the first question. This is a different question. Here's description 1. These are all just rather unnecessary dummies, since he already has like 50 copies of Odysseus. That's very interesting. There's the music is not actually a music dummy, it's a projectile. We have cow. You can destroy the cows, apparently. Suitors. Man, this game goes on for a while, but it just doesn't work after this screen. I certainly hope you're not still watching this video. It doesn't work after this screen. He has 2 teleporters there. That's interesting. That's very interesting. What if we just skip this room? I don't know. How do you progress rooms? I know this is very interesting. Room, go to next. Let me copy and paste you. Where'd it go? That's room, go to next. That. So let's just skip this room and see if it runs now. This is very interesting to watch. Okay, so it compiles at least. That's a big problem with GameMaker. It likes to make things not compile. And again, GameMaker Studio complains just as much, so I you know, could just use Unity or something not awful. But GameMaker's cool. I like GameMaker. I made Pong in GameMaker. I like to say that to show off, but that Pong isn't real. It's very shiny Pong, trust me. Certainly hope this is still recording properly, because I'm doing quite a lot. Jesus. Yep. This isn't difficult, just sit here. I'll have to show you the older version as well. If you're willing to sit through this, I'm sure it's worth it to see the older... I'm dying. Ugh. Hurry up. Okay, there we go. I move faster than my projectiles. Okay, yes, they did. Thank you for... Oh! Okay. So this is... I guess this is the next screen. With, CSA, or whatever the, I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm shooting that plant, though. Where it's the part where she turns them into pigs, and the dude gives me the... plant, and then you can die after she heals you. Oh, I forgot about this screen. Yeah, I forgot about this screen. Oh Jesus, they're overlapping. Why? Oh, okay, so I'm dead. I'm dead. You see the screen resizes. So let's just add some cheat codes to skip past every room, because I don't want to. I want to get this game done. Okay. It's probably going to crash, because it likes to just randomly crash. I just realized this hasn't been entirely on the screen, but, you know, you can see enough. Okay, there we go. Casper. Why is it Casper? Okay, get past the ghosts before they... Oh, I lost myself. There we go. Bam. 110 health, actually. Now we have the sirens in our massive ship with our tiny projectiles. Then again, they're also massive with tiny projectiles, so it's... I shoot so much slower than them, though. Oh, God. Hurry up. This isn't very interesting. I just want to see what all the screens are now, because I thought that was the end. It's been a while. I don't remember this. I didn't help him make it beyond giving him the source code for the Manaphy game, and I didn't even approve of the plan to just copy and paste the Manaphy game's source code. But he made the executive decision, and I didn't really have the option of objecting. I don't think I ever actually helped him clean up the source code like I said I would. So that's why it looks like this and doesn't work. He had to present it in class, so it must have worked at some point, to some extent. I'm gonna die again, which is kind of sad. Oh, God. I can post this online if anyone wants it. You don't. I'm dead. Okay. Go away. Oh, nope, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Text. Message. Okay. How large is this file? I don't have it open anymore. Okay, let's try this again. Someone needs to do a speed run of the Odyssey game. You have to edit the source code. Part of the speed run is editing the source code so the game actually completes itself, instead of just giving up halfway through. Not even halfway through, it was less than halfway through. I'm just gonna cheat my way through this entire game, aren't I? See, I would do something to give myself like infinite health, but there's just so many duplicates of objects and terribly named things. I don't know what's what, and I don't want to bother figuring it out. It's easier to just skip every room. If I destroy one siren, then I will be happy. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get the other two with my 25 health. So this is exactly how it worked in the epic. Jesus. You see, the sirens shot musical notes at the ship, which returned fire with cannonballs. I believe that's how it went down. Okay, now we are facing a dragon. I don't know. I don't remember there being a dragon. I'm guessing there was, or Hydra, whatever this is. It's not shooting me! It did 5 damage because it walked into me at the last second. That's interesting. Oh my God, Gonzalez, I am deeply ashamed of you. If you're watching this video, I am deeply, deeply ashamed of you. I love the background. The background image. It's the most beautiful JPEG I've ever seen in my entire life. What is that? It can't shoot me, but I can shoot it from this location. So, what is that? It can't shoot me, whatever it is. It can't go down low enough. It's following like Starmie's path, which is just a small little star. But Starmie is a little Pokemon. Oh, don't tell me this is Wailords. No? In the Manaphy game, Wailords would just drop from the sky. I don't know why this screen exists, though. Oh! Jesus Christ, Gonzalez. So that thing... Oh. Oh, no. There's a teleporter there. Okay. So what? These rooms aren't in order, are they? Oh, those are the suitors, and that's your wife. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Quote. Let's just see if we can get this game to work remotely. It's painful, really. I mean, I could, yeah, game maker. Sure. Just close, reopen. Game maker. Get this actually in the screen, maybe. Recent files, the Odyssey, run. What's the tutorial? Okay, guess not. Save executable then. Okay, there's the cows. Got me that far, at least. Do I have to kill all the cows? No. Okay. Wait, I thought I set it to skip the screen, because the screen doesn't work. Okay, I didn't save then. I thought this would just be like a 5-minute video, but then the game didn't work because Gonzalez is a magical person. I still move faster than my projectiles. Welcome to the bonus room! That's from the Manaphy game! Your crew is dead! The bonus room, your crew is dead. I'm guessing these rooms aren't supposed to be in order, but I'm just going through them in order, which is just being awful enough. Okay, so your crew is dead, and your ship has been destroyed by the gods, and a storm, but mostly the gods. You wash up on Calypso's island and spend many years there, mourning for your dead crew, but you have been resting a lot as well. Why are there ellipses? 3 years has passed, and Calypso has made you prisoner in her island. This isn't exactly a bad thing. We must get home to Penelope. Luckily, Hermes comes and forces Calypso to let you free. Too bad Poseidon hates you. On a different note, you've reached the checkpoint of the game. Now, one of you die will What? I've never seen this happen in Game Maker. So that was interesting. So here's some rocks again, which you can just shoot for lots of score. I guess this is the bonus room. Let's look at my multiplier. I don't think my multiplier goes down. Yeah, your multiplier is supposed to go down when it goes off screen, but it doesn't. So it just goes up and up. Die, health, I guess. So, these are the suitors. I can shoot spears. My wife shoots my sword. I'm guessing that's my wife. I can't tell if it's female. I like how you reached the checkpoint, but there's no more enemies. These guys don't hurt you, as it turns out. And, oh, Jesus Christ. Is there anything after that screen? I certainly hope not. There's this screen. Can I just teleport to... Okay, I can just teleport to there using the cheat code that we all know and love from the Manaphy game. Hopefully, unless it didn't copy to the... Oh, God. Focus on the game window! I'm getting angry at this now. Okay, just skip past that. Final boss. Doesn't load. Still. Okay. What's the last room? It's that again. No, no, it's just empty. Okay. Okay. Now it should work. I'm using the term work extremely loosely here. This is not even remotely working, but I can do this. You'll notice this is Gyarados. Oh, Why are the bombs offset? He couldn't even get that right. Oh my god. How? How do you screw that up? You just copy and paste the code. My health is 153. Because Jodoken made it so these give you health instead of just resetting it to 100. So it actually just keeps increasing without bound. I think he said when he demonstrated this class he actually ran into runtime errors and just ignored them. Like, with the really quick keystroke. I don't remember, and he's not online, I have to ask. But I can't imagine how any sort of presentation involving this game would go remotely well. Or, like, even work. Let's just see what happens when I kill Poseidon. I just realized how little sense that makes, killing Poseidon. Also, there's no background. You'd think he could at least copy the ocean background again, since it's Poseidon. But, he's also shooting Dragon Rage at me, which is what I decided those dragon things are. Those little spikes. Blue fire spikes, they're Dragon Rage. There's some dragon type move, generic dragon type move that Gyarados uses. I'm not sure why Poseidon knows it. Poseidon's my favorite one. Where's some health? I need health. I'm about to die. I'm gonna die. I'm about to die. I'm dead. Okay. This shouldn't happen. Oh! Really? Ah, it sent me back to the checkpoint. And the checkpoint was that awful room that didn't work. So, let's try again, maybe? You notice the boss music never stopped, because why would it? Can I have health and not miss it? If I just stand here, I'll get all the health without hitting bombs, because the bombs are offset more than they should be. The multiplier is actually... the multiplier goes down when you bullet cancel. Jodoken hates bullet canceling for some reason. So he made it so that it decreases the multiplier, even though it logically should increase it. But I don't know. This multiplier system never made sense. I hope the audio stayed in sync. I never really tested that. I hope this entire video just didn't fail miserably. I mean, aside from the fact that the freaking game doesn't work. Not that I should have expected it to. But, hey. I don't know what I meant by hey. I wonder if it crashes when you beat Poseidon because it doesn't have the video to play. Or if you actually remove that code and it just explodes in a bunch of pretty colors. Hopefully we'll find out, seeing as I'm at 200 health. But if my bullet's gonna actually get through his to reach him, he has 100 health if he's the same as Gyarados. Unless Gonzalez was an awful person and like doubled it or something, I don't know. I have 240 health, 236, 232. I'm just holding the space bar. I'm just holding the space bar. The Odyssey game. Health, 256. Nice round number, of course. If the audio is even slightly out of sync, that must sound awful. It's like a second out of sync, that would sound awful. But, he's not dead yet. And I'm starting to become suspicious if he doesn't die. If he just does this forever, and the game never ends, because he's Poseidon, he's a god, he's immortal. No mere Odysseus could kill Poseidon, god of the sea. I feel like I should check the code to see if he's actually, invincible or not. Because I feel like he should be dead by now. If this were the Manaphy game, he'd be dead by now. I'm at 381 health, 421 health, 461 health, and Poseidon's not dead. So you want to just look in the code and see what happens when Poseidon dies? Cause, this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So, do I let this keep going for 5 more minutes, or do I give up? I'll put it to a poll now, and, by the time the results come in, this fight will still be going on. So, you saw the boss battle in the Manaphy game. It was a lot shorter than this. And I'm out of sync. That was me. Very cool. Give up. Okay. That's not Cal. That's not Poseidon, rather. That's Cal. Where is Poseidon? God of the sea. That is Casper, actually. This is Game Maker, right? Yeah. Not Game Maker Studio. Monster. Oh, so that explains that. It's Monster. There's Poseidon. It's literally just Gyarados. He has 100 health, yes. On collision with Bubble. Set his health to -1. Set score to Jodoken's ridiculous formula of stupidity. Wait a second. Okay, if score health is less than or equal to 1. Stuff should happen. Yeah, the game just ends, really. So what happens on the last screen, then? I need to find out what this object is, and I don't know how. Go away. Objects? Nope. Edit objects. Okay, there we go. It displays a message. Nice job, can you do it again? That's from the freaking Manaphy game! Good, good, good. 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 So, let's show you the old version of this while I'm at it. Yeah, that was the Odyssey game. Let's look at the, early beta, if it's worthy of that title. Let me find it. It's in the videos folder, because I'm cool. I'll talk about this at some point. You'll see the folder name. Anyway, it's in the folder. We don't discuss this one. And, the Odyssey.exe. The rules. Okay, so you'll notice the window's a bit smaller, I believe. You start your journey at the cave of Polyhemus. You must defeat Polyhemus if you ever want a chance to get back home. And this is the game. The music's barely audible. It's a different theme from red and blue. You'll notice the background is a default gradient in GIMP. You'll notice the screen is far too small for this game. And you'll notice he shoots like this. You have a save feature. I can save my game. Whoosh, save and load. Which makes it slightly easier, I suppose. Except for this screen, which is completely impossible because you don't shoot at the correct height. I'm dead. Okay. Load. Save. So, yeah. It's... And the screen is far too small, and your projectiles are far too useless. This has no right to exist. Why isn't he moving? Oh, I didn't click on the game. That's right. Yeah, no. But we can look at the source code of that if you want. Don't save. We can look at the source code. So this is a much earlier version, so naturally the sprites... he is called Darkrai. And the projectiles are called Dark Void. I think the original plan was to edit the Manaphy game into the Darkrai game. And then this project rolled around, and he made it the Odyssey game instead. But in this version, he never changed the name of the sprite. Interestingly enough, he never changed the sprite in the other version, and it's still Manaphy, and here it's Darkrai. Sword is at least called Sword. Meanwhile, Mr. Polyhemus there is called Fion. And his rocks are called Attack, Siren, Siren 2, Siren 3! If you weren't aware, in an object-oriented programming language, there is no need to have 3 duplicate sprites for one object. We have Siren Attack and Sprite 10, which you'll notice is 32 by 32 nothing. There's not a single frame. Frame's 0. Okay. Sounds. Single sound. Pokemon, oh, it's from Crystal. Okay. Pokemon Crystal Gaff. It reverbs, of course. Why wouldn't it? This reverb makes everything better. See, I had reverb in the Manaphy game because it was underwater and it made sense for it to sound echoey. It doesn't make sense here, so, you know. There's a single background, which I'm just going to demonstrate for your convenience. I'm going to waste 5 hours opening GIMP just to demonstrate to you that this is, in fact, is it that? Yeah, it's that. Purples, one of the default gradients in GIMP. There, you see, line that up there. Let's see if we can get that to actually line up to any extent. No, probably not. Yeah, but you know, close without saving. It's kind of an awful looking graphic and shouldn't exist. Paths. Ah, yes, these are the paths he drew himself. I was wondering where these were. It's yeah, he just did that a bunch. Scripts. We have the same one script from the Manaphy game. Objects. Sound object. It plays sound. And displays your 2 little messages there. Very lovely. We have Darkrai and Object 12, which you'll notice are identical. Naturally. They're identical. We have Dark Void, which is just standard projectile. We have the Sword, which is just another identical projectile. We have Fion, who uses the global life counter. Naturally. Of course. I'm pretty sure that's global. I don't know. I never used that stupid global variable because it shouldn't exist. Has a health bar. It draws a health bar in the collision event rather than the draw event where you draw things. So that's interesting. There's the attack. There's the 3 siren objects. The only difference between them, presumably, is the path that they go along. And rather than simply making it random, he made 3 objects. So proud of him. And here are our 2 rooms. Stage 1 and room 1. 640 by 400. Odysseus himself, or Darkrai, is 106 or 105 by 120. What's his mask? That is his collision mask. Oh, sweet Jesus. That is his collision mask. I don't even... He is that crappy an image. Normally, I mean, I just... Okay, so that's the Odyssey game. While I'm here, I might as well show you other things. I got stuck in a computer programming class, and we had to make a game. Well, first we had to make this, which I'm very proud of, because it's not showing up on the... What? Oh, I was about to say it's not showing up on the stream, but I just had a window over it. So yeah, it does that in Visual Basic, of course, naturally. But my final project was a video game called Space Runner, and it looks a bit like this. I didn't get much decision making in the game design process. So you see, you play as Mega Man. This sprite was provided for us, by the way, the Mega Man sprite. You move like this. I was about to say that's not the stream lagging out or anything, but it might be, but no, it does look pretty awful. You shoot Bic Dips. I chose those myself, and I made that image myself, actually. Well, made is a loose term. I mapped it to a sphere in Photoshop. And you shoot projectiles, which look like this, and come out of your body like that, and they fire like this. You see, it's not that there's only 6 projectiles on screen at once, it's that there's only 6 projectiles. Objects. And once you shoot enough of them, it teleports back to you. There's also nothing stopping you from just scaling the window to an arbitrary size, or stretching it across both monitors and just playing the game like this. Because that, you can't even see it, because that's how I video game. Woo! 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 And, every time you hit the Bic Dip, who just randomly flies across the screen, where's Mega Man gone? Space Runner. Oh, there's his projectile. There he is. Every time you shoot him, it makes a Windows ding sound effect. Of course. That's where my sound effects for games come from. Ah, there he goes. Yes, I got him. Okay, that's a thing, and it shouldn't exist. And lastly, just because I have the chance now, I'll talk about this later, but I made Pong in Game Maker, and it's beautiful, and the music's stolen because I'm cool. That's Ponging. It runs at 720p, and this video is at 720p, so I have to give that. There you go. I still have the 1 point option for testing. It's still not completely done right now. It's also much louder than any of those other games were. But I was just bored one weekend and I made Pong, and then I made it really pretty, and it's kind of lagging on the stream because it's really big and the colors are constantly changing in the background, but yeah, you played at 21 points, so I'm just gonna let it do that. Actually, I haven't really finished the win screen. That's like the one thing I haven't finished. Bat and wall ball mode, but, you know. it's fun. It's like an actual game or something. And it gets faster the longer you play. And there's particle effects. Like, there's one thing I was thinking, like, how do I make this game better? And the first thing I thought was particle effects. So I gave the ball particle effects. And of course, the music is stolen from Space Hunk, the Mojam game. Sound effects I made myself, and yeah. SFX is not that hard to use. But yeah, this is kind of lagging on the stream. Trust me, it runs at 60 FPS. And that happens occasionally, you just sort of get to sit there and wait. Because it's definitely going to hit the other paddle, I mean, it would be impossible to miss. I don't even know if you can hear me over this, it's so loud. I should, you know, maybe turn it down? I don't know, that's an option. I don't know how long this video is, if it's even working anymore. I have homework to do, I should probably do that. Calculus. Actually, no, I finished my calculus temple. But English, less fun. And Japanese, even less fun. I don't know. Which is less fun, English or Japanese? And I have psych. Now I'm just complaining at you about homework. Yeah, it's not that interesting. If you really want to see what happens when you reach the end, because it's not that interesting yet, I haven't. Just 1 point. Let's see if I can beat him. That'll be my goal. That might do it, unless he hits it just by chance. The AI right now kind of sucks. Ah, no. Yeah, see, he dies, and I win, and it plays the music from the game I stole this from, and this window's off center again. But hey. And, just final conclusion to this thing that shouldn't exist. Morris ball. Oh Jesus, it's lagging. I think we've seen enough here. I think we've seen far more than enough here. So I'll see you when I actually get around to recording something not awful, which is unlikely. Farewell.